Welcome, fight fans, again to another episode here at punchtotheface.com. I'm Brandon Stubbs, joined again by the lovely Ms.Donna. And today we're going to talk about somebody in a fight that's very near and dear to Ms.Donna's heart. Saturday, October 5th, down in Orlando at the Amway Center, Miguel Cotto will have what's called Reloaded against Delvin Rodriguez. Now, with full disclosure, I am actually I wouldn't say good friends or very close as far as business goes with Delvin Rodriguez and his camp there out of the New England area. So I've interviewed Delvin quite a few times. We have a good relationship with his manager AJ through the titlefight.com, where I've done interviews with Delvin countless times. I have to say that with full disclosure. But here at our house, let's face it,
I love you, Miguel.
Miguel Cotto is probably our favorite fighter.
I love you, Miguel.
Really, besides Floyd Mayweather, those are 1 and 2. Let's just call it like it is.
Right now, I love you, Miguel.
And Donna's a huge fan of Miguel Cotto.
I love you, Miguel Cotto.
And
I
really,
love you too, Melissa, but I love you, Miguel.
He may be the reason why she actually started watching boxing a lot more. He was one of the first fights that she actually sat and watched with me over the last couple of years. I want to say it might have been.
He's just fine, okay? He's fine.
And she's got to see his life, kind of behind the scenes through 24/7s and
got seen fight.
And through
in
some
person.
of his fights.
I was there.
She also got to see him fight in person. Actually, we've seen him twice. Unfortunately, against Miguel, when Miguel fought Manny Pacquiao.
Yes.
Which was just so tough to watch. And then last year when he fought Floyd Mayweather, what could have been Floyd's toughest fight to date, in an extremely competitive fight, highly entertaining. We were there to see that. But this time around, this Saturday, he's going to be taking on Delvin Rodriguez.
Reload on that ass.
It's going to be known as Reloaded. Flat out. What do you think of? Let's just start it like this. What do you think of Delvin's chances? Delvin is taller.
This is true.
He does have somewhat of more of a reach advantage.
Yes, he does.
And one thing you pointed out to me that you noticed was his hand speed, correct?
Yes, that is correct. And let me just say this. Let me just put this out here, okay? I don't have anything against Delvin. I think he's cute, too. I love you, Delvin. But he's fast. He's fast. He's got an advantage, with reach. Mm-hmm. And he's a little bit younger.
Actually, he's older than Miguel.
No stuff.
He looks, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was younger.
Delvin actually looks younger than Miguel because Miguel's been in so many wars. But Delvin's actually
no, he didn't. He's been in so many wars. No, you didn't. You need to retract that.
Well, no. Let's call it as we see it. Miguel has been in wars. Margarito, Joshua Clottey.
Okay, yeah, but he came back. Okay, look, now why you always got to bring up old stuff, okay?
That's going to get part of my prediction as we get in later. But yes, actually, Delvin is, I want to say he's 35. So he's got a couple years actually over Miguel.
Whatever, Miguel's still fine, okay?
So
I can't understand half the stuff he say half the time, but he's still fine. Okay.
What do you think of Miguel now going and training over in the Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles with Freddie Roach?
Awesome. I think that Freddie's a good coach. I like Freddie. And I think he's training him a lot like he did Pacquiao. Mm-hmm. Miguel says, he's still got a lot of fight in him.
He does.
And I think he's going to bring it. Delvin has a lot to prove.
He does.
He
does.
So,
I mean, with Miguel going with Freddie Roach, Freddie Roach has said one thing he wants to do is he wants to try to make Miguel be more of an offensive fighter, not so much a defensive fighter. He wants him to bring the fight to his opponent, which may which may actually work out perfect with the kind of fighter Delvin Rodriguez is. Delvin is sometimes a slow starter, and as you said, Delvin has a lot to prove. This is really going to be Delvin's maybe third or fourth time really kind of on a big show per se. The last time out he was on a big stage like this, he had a title eliminator with Austin Trout. Who beat him, and then Austin Trout's next fight out was actually when he fought Miguel Cotto last year.
Which was unanimous decision.
Which Austin Trout did win. You really can't compare those two fights and try to draw something
that was a good fight, Cotto and Austin. That was a good fight. I mean, Miguel ain't no punk.
He's not.
He gonna hang with you all 12 rounds.
But also, Austin Trout has a very weird style that's kind of hard to figure out a little bit. So I think I think that's kind of, you can't use that as a baseline when you're actually calling this fight. As far as I see the fight, my prediction is this: on paper, Miguel Cotto should win. Miguel Cotto has the much larger resume. He's fought the tougher opponents. He should win the fight. Right. The only thing that worries me and it worries me with every time I see Miguel Cotto fight, is he has a tendency to get busted up. Meaning his eyes get swollen and he cuts easily.
Yeah.
My fear is that, with Delvin being the taller man and having that reach advantage, is that he's going to be able to, that downward trajectory is going to come down and may cut Miguel, and maybe a nasty cut. That's my only fear going into the fight. But otherwise than that, I really think that, this is going to, Miguel has a lot to prove to show he still has a lot left in his tank.
Yeah, a lot.
And I do like Miguel on the cards, but again, I do have to say with an asterisk, I'm a little bit fearful about his face getting busted up. Well, and I kind of already know which route you're going to go, but do you see it going the full 12 rounds, or do you think Miguel's going to be able to lay him out?
I'm hoping and praying that it goes the full 12 rounds. Like I said, Miguel ain't no punk. He held toe-to-toe with Floyd.
He did.
And actually Manny.
He did as well in the Manny fight.
And Manny hits hard.
Manny hits hard, and we also have to always remember when it comes to that fight is that he actually went down in weight and didn't fight at his normal weight class to fight Manny. It was a check.
I'm a little worried about how he looks now. He looks thin to me.
He does look a little bit thinner out.
He looks tired,
So it will be really interesting to see how he reacts to the new training, how his body reacts to being in a new camp and pretty much spending that whole training camp out in Los Angeles and not typically out in South Florida where he's usually training.
But he's got an awesome trainer.
He does, and Freddie Roach is a solid guy, and I don't think Freddie's going to tell him anything wrong.
No.
So with that,
in it to win.
So with that said, it's a unanimous decision here at punchtotheface.com. We like Miguel Cotto. We like Miguel Cotto on the cards. With that being stated, I will be down in Orlando covering the fight live. And
I'll be sitting here, I guess, watching it on, what is it?
It'll be on HBO. Yeah. You'll be watching on HBO. She'll DVR to make sure I'm on television.
That's all. He won't even hear me tell him, I love you, Miguel.
With that being stated, to all boxing heads, fellow riders, if you're down in Orlando, definitely holler at me. Twitter handle is punch_2 the face. Also, same as on Instagram. Same on Vine, because I do plan on doing Instagram videos and
it's rubbing in
pictures and Vine videos as well.
That's okay.
While I'm out there,
I'm getting old. I don't know how much longer, but that's okay.
There she goes. You can also maybe send your condolences to Ms. Stubbs, since she's not going to be joining me in Orlando. Maybe you guys can talk about the fight. Her Twitter handle is Ms.Donna 61 there at Twitter. That's how she rolls.
That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Ms.Donna 61. That is how I roll.
Follow her on Twitter, folks.
Follow me.
She's something else.
I'll tweet you back.
She will.
I don't know. I'm all new to the game. I don't know.
But yeah, she'll tweet back.
I just keeps 100.
In closing, last thing you want to say? Anybody want to chat or anything like that?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, but I love you, Miguel. Wait a minute. Hold up. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Floyd, I don't know what's going on with you, but you need to chill, okay? Because this ain't cool.
I think she's referring to his women problems. If any,
all them
maybe
damn
people
women,
have seen
honey,
TMZ or anything like that. Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast in itself, man.
I know.
We ain't even going. We're not touching that. Yeah. But next time out, we'll talk. We'll discuss what happens here with the Miguel Cotto fight. We'll discuss that next week. Also, as well, we'll discuss one of Donna's favorite fighters, Tim Bradley.
Oh, big nugget head.
Yeah,
I don't like him. I ain't got much to say about him. I can tell you that right now.
We'll give her an opportunity next week to explain why she doesn't like Tim Bradley and his nugget head.
I just don't like him.
Again,
I love you, Miguel.
Again, man, Brandon Stubbs, punchtotheface.com.
Ms.Donna.
Also, thetitlefight.com. And the lovely Ms.Donna again, signing off. Boxing heads, stay safe.
Bye, guys.
Stay blessed.